So, Switch hackers have added some basic functionality to the Switch and gave us custom themes. And Virtual Console might be coming to the Switch. We'll discuss all that and more this week on GameCrash. Welcome to GameCrash, your weekly crash course in all things gaming. I am your host, the Cyberquake. Joining me in call today is Michael and the Shy. Oh gosh, I forget. You always change your name on these days. That always throws me off.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen,
That
and welcome
always
to
throws
Let's
me
Read
off,
Doctor Who The Invasion. With me on my two guests, Cyber and Shy.
Speaking of adding like off topic but kind of video game related, speaking of adding Quake to the end of the names, I made a club on Rocket League.
The thing is, I had this for like a month. How did you not remember?
I swear I've seen it change back to the Shy arc multiple times, but that's probably when you.
No! I left it as that, because why not?
I just keep forgetting, I guess. I don't know why. It throws me off every time for some reason.
Every book, Michael. Good job.
Well, that's it. Goodbye, everyone. That's the end of the stream.
Goodbye.
Oh, I got it. Hold on. Goodbye, everyone. Oh, I gotta open this. I'm gonna fade out. Goodbye. That's the end.
I'm okay. I think I can hold it together.
I don't think so.
Anyways, let us. Before Michael bakes too much, we'll head into the first topic. So for those who didn't hear, Telltale Games, if Michael doesn't like die over there, Telltale Games closed the majority of the studio, like hundreds of people.
I'm okay.
Oh, let's just.
Okay.
I don't believe you.
Okay.
I don't believe that's true.
Yeah, I don't believe you at all.
So Telltale. I'm just gonna stop.
I mute him.
Banned. Telltale Games closed a majority of the studio, which like hundreds of people just fired, just out of the blue. It's just like bam. So supposedly a few games are getting canceled, and then some games that were thought to be canceled aren't getting canceled because contract. So it's not officially closed yet, but I mean it might as well be because
I thought I heard that some of the things they were working on are actually going to get canceled, like finishing the Walking Dead season.
The Walking Dead is getting finished. The Minecraft
they're finishing.
game
They said they're gonna. Here's the thing. So they're saying that, but we'll talk about why that might not be possible later. But they're basically going off of a skeleton crew of 25 people to fulfill the company's obligations to its board and partners. So that's not good. Let's see.
Like I heard I saw some tweet and saying that Telltale employees were just
don't say anything because we have another topic similar to this, probably about what you're about to say.
Oh, is that the case? Because I don't know. Well, why don't you mention it before I go on?
So basically, I'll just wrap this one up because it ties into the next one. So there's a bunch of games getting canceled and other ones that are that's supposedly still being worked on. I don't know how possible that's going to be though, because with the next topic we have going here, it ties beautifully into this. Telltale gets hit with a class action lawsuit for breaking labor laws. So basically, all the fired employees are now suing Telltale for breaking labor laws.
Yeah.
Specifically,
I think that's what it was. I was going to talk about.
Specifically, they didn't give advance notice of a planned closure for the studio, and that on top of the fact that they didn't get any what do you call it?
Warn Act.
The payment you get when you get fired. I can't remember what it's called. Why am I not thinking of it?
It's warn. It's pretty much what they due to the Warn Act. What they have to do is they have to pay you your final paycheck.
Severance. That's what I was thinking.
Severance pay, And they also have to warn you ahead of time that they are indeed firing you.
At least if it's a planned closure, which it basically was.
And in California, what is that they have like 60 days. California makes it a lot more stricter on the companies because they really, really want this law followed, and they want workers to be able to pick themselves back up and go back into the workforce.
Yes.
But one of the worst things about it is that while in what they had updated, and I remember reading this article because now that I saw the article, I now remember reading this article. I actually read it in one of my classes this week.
Ooh.
Pretty much what this is that the Telltale might be able to fight the federal one, but with California's one. But the California one is the one that will bite them.
And here's the thing.
We fight hard, man. We fight hard.
If they're forced to pay that, there is no way they're gonna be able to finish the other games that they plan on finishing. Telltale is done because either like there's just no way. There's just no way. There's no way they're gonna win the court case here for California at least. So they're gonna have to end up paying them, and I don't see how they'll be able to if they're actually in financial trouble like they are. So there's no way the games are happening.
They need to get bought out by what Telltale needs to do is, as I had this vision 2 months ago. Telltale Games gets bought out by Nintendo or one of the big companies like Sony, Microsoft, or Nintendo, and then they become like a subsidiary of that company. Because as we know, the big three love to do stuff like this. They see a company in trouble, wait until it goes bankrupt or they're about to go bankrupt or shut down, then buy the name and then start pushing games again that license.
It depends on if it's an IP that can be expanded upon. The issue is a lot of the IPs that Telltale uses aren't even their own IPs. So there's nothing to really buy there.
Wolf Among Us.
That's the only one, though, I think.
That's like the only one. Like, it's not worth investing in because a lot of their IPs they don't even own. They just have the rights to use them for these specific games. So buying them, say if there's a few IPs I know that got bought out recently. There's one company that's like buying up a bunch of old IPs and making new games. I can't remember what the company is.
Microsoft. Not
Microsoft.
Did that
There was it's the company that bought THQ Nordic. That's what I'm thinking of. Has recently been buying like a bunch of older IPs.
That's Sony, I think.
Is it?
I think that's Sony or Microsoft.
I don't think it's officially any of those two. I don't think.
No, it's one of the big three because that's what the big three like to do. Wait till a company tanks, buy them out, start making games.
I'm just saying that's what THQ Nordic has been doing but I think they did. I thought was it Time Splitters they just recently bought and they said they'll be doing something with.
Yeah, Time Splitters.
Yeah, so if it's an IP, if they have IPs themselves, then it's worth. But Telltale doesn't have really IPs except for like A Wolf Among Us, and that's about it. All the others use IPs from other people, and it's go ahead.
Do you guys hear echo? Because I'm hearing echo again.
I do through Shy. Shy.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to fix that because it's my headphones I'm using.
That's weird. Maybe.
There we go.
How loud is it in your headphones? Just curious.
Not that loud.
You know what it might be? I had this problem on my old on my old headset, where the wiring was all dumb, so it would leak headphone audio straight into the microphone input. So even if it wasn't picking up it wasn't like the mic was picking up from leaking from the headphones. It was actually wiring the headphone audio was leaking internally through the mic.
That.
I've had that happen.
That happened to me with an old headphone set. Like my original headphone set, you remember the original headphone set I used
Yeah.
when we started GameCrash? That headset near the end started leaking my voice audio into my headset and then straight into the call.
Anyways, to wrap up the topic, I just think Telltale is screwed. And in my opinion, part of the reason that they kind of went down was they had a single formula that they never changed, and all their games followed the single formula. And frankly, it gets boring after a while. Even if you have good stories, if you have the same kind of gameplay and don't mix it up, it kind of, people aren't as excited for it as, say, the first few games. Along with that, there are story-based games where you could literally watch someone play it, and that's it. You basically just played the game. Like, there is some interactivity to it, but in the end, it's mostly just an interactive movie.
I own Tales of the Borderlands, which was my first Borderlands game. It was a Telltale game that pretty much told the story of two people from opposite sides of the conflict. Someone from Hyperion and someone who was living on the ground and having to live every day on Pandora. What I loved most about that game and what made me get Borderlands 2 was because I loved the world building that game. What Telltale does, and it does this for all of its games, and games that this is why I think it will be bought out, is that they do fantastic world building in all the IPs that they get. Walking Dead have now gone, and like, there is stuff from the games of Walking Dead that I have, when I checked on the actual series run on television, they have taken some of the stuff from the game and made it canon within the TV show. Because Telltale does fantastic.
They tell good stories, but that doesn't mean it's good gameplay.
Again, that's what I think they should be, is that when they get bought out, I think they're going to be used mostly as the writers, writers of video games.
But they've already fired a majority of the people. Like all the people that made the games.
Them all.
That's not how it works.
You have to, because you have to like have enough money to actually pay all your workers.
That's what I said. No, when one of the big three buys out Telltale, they can just rehire
They're not
everybody.
buying them out. It's you buy them out. You buy a company out for the IPs, not for the games. If you get what I'm saying.
Yes.
And Telltale doesn't have IPs. They have games, but the games revolve around storytelling for other IPs and are basically just interactive stories. And that's why they won't get bought out. At least not in my opinion. Like, don't get me wrong.
Breaking news!
They tell fantastic stories.
Telltale Games. No.
They tell fantastic stories, and like the games are, if you like that kind of game, are good, but they're not something you would buy the entire company for, because they don't give you worthwhile IPs, which is normally what a company like buys out other companies for, is the IPs, not the games. Anyways, should probably go on to the next topic. We've spent a long time on this one.
Yeah.
Have you guys?
I just had a fun. I just gave Bird, and I've looked at the PowerA GameCube controller. I would much rather use a freaking Wavebird than
But here's the thing: Wavebird's more expensive. Wavebird requires the GameCube adapter. And you can only get it used too.
Yeah, good point.
Plus, this has additional functionality that the GameCube controller doesn't have, like enough buttons to play Switch games, and the fact that it has motion control built into it.
Good point.
And it's properly wireless for the Switch.
again, when I looked at this and I'm interested in, I mean, I'm really happy we're still getting GameCube stuff this far. But when I look at the Switch controller, like when I look at this, and it bugs me because I have a third party GameCube controller. All I picture when I see this thing is a Wavebird, and I don't know why.
So also, one thing that just recently got added to the same page, I didn't even realize this. They also are just doing straight up wireless Switch controllers, Switch Pro controllers. Cause before Power had the designed controllers, but they were only wired.
Yeah.
I would love to see the same styles, like I'm showing on the page here. They have one that's pretty cool style. If they do a similar controller, or like the ones they had before, or even just better designs like this one, and a wireless as well, that is pretty cool. Especially because supposedly, I believe these also have motion. Yes, these have motion. The wireless ones have motion. So that is. I'm keeping my eye on that because I might be buying a second Pro controller if that is the case.
Yeah, these actually look pretty good.
Like they look that Mario one in the front for the enhanced wireless controllers. I really like the look of that one.
Hey, Cyber, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Could you pull up the wireless GameCube controller? And then pull up a picture of a Wavebird and like show the audience what I'm talking about when I'm talking about Wavebird.
The fact that the Wavebird is extremely bulky too, comparatively.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to show. Like that's what I'm thinking. That's what I want to show.
Most people watching this already know what a Wavebird is. Like that's common knowledge for at least the gaming community. You don't know what the Wavebird is? The wireless GameCube controller from the GameCube era.
Oh, those! I haven't seen those in a long time. Jesus.
Yeah, that was the one. Those are Wavebirds.
Those are called Wavebirds, and they are, from what I've seen, I haven't checked in a while, but they can usually go. They go for reliable. They go for a lot online, and that's.
But they're reliable controllers, and I do mean reliable. Like Nintendo. I don't know what it is with Nintendo and their controllers, because like, what I've noticed about this is Nintendo likes to build some of their stuff for last. Or the Wavebirds are super expensive, but they're super built to last.
I mean, that's kind of. I think that's what they're trying to go for, at least.
But here's the thing: is that's why they're expensive, but. Even if they last, like it's less convenient. It's old, so it's bound to start deteriorating at some point. B, it uses old wireless technology, so you'll get interference occasionally, especially in an area with a lot of RF frequencies. On top of that, it's just obnoxious because if you're using a Switch. You'll have like if you want to say use it in tabletop mode, like you want to play a Smash on a GameCube controller, but with a friend tabletop mode because you don't have a TV or something. You can't use it. You can use a Wavebird with it, but the setup is obnoxious that you have to drag around to do it. I'm saying for the Switch, this is the better controller.
Nah, good point. Oh!
Speaking of the Switch,
oh my god, I just thought of something.
What?
By this time next week, Luigi's Mansion for the 3DS will be out.
Don't mention it because I'm trying to play other games right now.
I don't care about the 3DS at all.
Hey, Luigi's Mansion is amazing.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying I don't care about the 3DS. I stopped touching that. I stopped playing that thing back when the Switch came out. I only dug it back out to do some hacking on it, and then I put it back away shortly after.
I play it sometimes for like Mega Man Legacy Collection and Animal Crossing and stuff like that.
Also gonna be on Switch soon.
Also, like, the only game I have on my 3DS that I need to beat is Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, which that's not going to be on the Switch.
Here's the thing. Here's the funny thing. You know what's funny is a lot of people complain about the Switch controls being like too small and cramping their hands. I'm like, y'all have clearly never played the 3DS if you're complaining about that.
I have 3 games I need to beat on 3DS.
Okay, we're not going into lists and stuff. This is already off topic.
No, it's just quick. Link Between Worlds, Project X Zone 2, and Paper Down.
We keep going off topic. Like way off topic. Like not even remotely what we're talking about.
That's what GameCrash is for sometimes.
Not really.
I can tell Simon's already like, God damn it, Michael. Just say it.
I'm just trying to do a.
Just say it.
I'm just trying to do a game. I'm just trying to do a gaming news show. That's all I want in my life.
But that's what we talk about. When you do a gaming news show, you have to mention everything while things come up. So
I'm actually I don't cover everything because not everything is A, newsworthy, and B, something I'm interested in discussing. Sometimes I'll discuss things I'm not interested in discussing purely for tags.
I know.
We're gonna mention one of them.
That was more because I want to rant about it, but also the tag is gonna be helpful. Maybe.
I wanted to say at least that because we're still talking about the 3DS, that's still gaming related. So we're still on the track of gaming.
But I've stopped caring about the 3DS. That's my problem.
Yeah, if we out of nowhere start talking about politics,
I could give 2 hoots about the 3DS at this point.
Has happened.
Also, I think it was Tom Fox who said this, but like the 3DS is basically just used for ports now. That's all it is now.
Like I stopped using my 3DS. It's just I don't like it.
Meanwhile, I'm playing Mega Man Legacy Collection.
Anyways, speaking of Switch and Nintendo stuff, perfect segue, guys. Did you hear?
Yeah.
So this is it's a bit weird. People are extrapolating far too much out of it. Here's the thing. So they found, I don't know if it's, the icons are for some reason broken on the page. I don't know why, but they used to show it. There were 2 icons discovered in Splatoon 2 that were basically just a microphone on and a microphone muted. And people were going, "Oh yes, we'll get native voice chat in Splatoon 2. It's happening." And I'm just like, guys, chill. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not gonna happen because it could happen, but why is my monitor? Okay, that was weird. My stream monitor that I used to monitor stream just turned off and back on. Okay, that's good. Everything's, to be fair, it's done that before. It's not new. So, but it's just like, a lot of my main monitor does that as well. It's when my mini fridge in the room kicks on, it turns some of the TVs off for a brief moment. It's the weirdest thing. Anyway, that's way off topic. So yeah, they discovered the chat icons. People thinking it's gonna be native chat. Here's the thing: it supports native chat as is, but only if you're playing in LAN mode. But in my opinion, that's kind of dumb because there's no point in having to talk through a headset when you're in the same area as the other people. So I don't understand why that's a thing, but it's more than likely icons for that, so that you can mute and unmute yourself when you're have a headset connected and are playing in LAN mode. It's probably not native voice chat, so I really think people shouldn't get too excited about it. But
I just kind of wish they did you could talk to everyone, but it's probably not gonna happen anytime soon.
I don't mind, and honestly, I'm not super it sucks that we have to use the app, but at the same time, it's not too bad of a thing. And from what I can tell, it's actually helping to keep kids off the service. I have yet to run into little kids telling me my mom is gay or something.
Nope, that's Xbox.
That's Xbox. But it's the kids always that are doing garbage like that. And I guess some adults, but Yeah, so basically everyone I talk to are like adults, or at least, teens, older people that can, handle themselves online. And then they're also they're also usually pretty chill.
Because it's Nintendo fans. Because it's not for everybody, but yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, but I mean,
moral of the story: don't talk to anyone on Xbox. You will be shit talked forever.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? I was afraid of the same thing happening on the Switch, but nope. At least for Mario Kart 8, I haven't had that problem. The community there is pretty chill. I've made some friends.
That's good.
Yeah. Anyways, speaking of the app with Nintendo Online, we'll go into when people were like absolutely freaking out about. Do you remember how people were freaking out that, oh, when your subscription ends, if you don't pay it, your cloud saves are immediately gone?
Yep.
Do you remember that panic? Yeah, no, they'll keep it for 6 months. Even then, though, like, if they didn't keep it, I wasn't gonna be too salty about it because you're not paying for the service. But yeah, so they'll hold on to it for 6 months. There's a 6-month grace period. You can repay. I still think 6 months is too long in my opinion. Because if you're not buying it for 6 months, you really don't deserve to keep those saves because it's a paid service. But that's just me.
Yeah, I agree with you. 6 months does seem kind
like
of
maybe
long.
a month, I'd say a month, maybe 2. And if you're not willing to pay for it after that, then you really don't deserve to keep them. That's just my opinion. I think a month
at the most.
That's my opinion.
I think a month at the most.
Yeah.
Because like if you're gonna because like, you at least get like 1 month to like keep the saves, and then if you don't actually buy like monthly or yearly, then boom, you're done.
And even if you just like so the big thing is people are like, oh, what if I have credit card problems and stuff? I'm like, okay, but if you can't get that figured out in a month, then you're just failing as an adult, because that means you're going a month without paying for things, and then you have much more serious things to worry about than your cloud saves, like your house and your electricity and your water
and everything else.
Anyways, speaking of people freaking out over things, this was a thing that people are also overanalyzing. So
people overanalyze everything.
Yeah,
that's what I'm noticing.
So the eShop,
Oh, wait, no, it's moving.
The Nintendo Switch eShop had an update that adds like virtual console categories. But here's the thing, is a bunch of other consoles have these virtual console sections with consoles that they can't even play. So what it probably is it's probably them just them making all of the layouts and JSON files similar, so that in case anything, I don't know exactly why, but they're making them unified and the same. So they lay out something. The same.
In that list that they have there, in the Twitter page, you want to know something that's really, really interesting about this picture?
What?
I'm clicking it. There is no GameCube, NES, SNES, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, N64, Game Boy Advance, DS.
Yeah, and
when I look at it, it almost seems off.
It's literally the same across the other consoles that we've seen.
Good point.
They're just what do you call it? They're making all of consoles eShops the same. So probably just for ease, to make it more unified across the platforms.
And they might be thinking about it.
Well, I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but I think this is being extrapolated to much bigger things than it probably actually is.
they're probably only gonna port. They're probably gonna port some stuff over from like the Wii U and the 3DS, and then add some new games. But people, I do get where you're going from, Cyber. That it's probably not gonna be as big thing because the Switch. I know that people are gonna be like, oh my God, you're not kidding. I don't think we're at the point where we should start like emulating, not like putting on Virtual Console GameCube games. People are gonna throw me onto and start throwing me under the buses, but I'm waiting for a point where Nintendo, because I still think we're climbing that mountain, and GameCube in Virtual Console is near the top of that mountain.
I wouldn't say it's not gonna happen, because we can already play GameCube on emulation on the Switch. It's just not official by Nintendo. You have to run it through the Laka. It's like RetroPie, but it's literally just RetroArch and barebones Linux that only runs RetroArch. And so they have that running on the Switch. And RetroArch now has a GameCube, a Dolphin core, so we can play GameCube games on the Switch.
So I do see them adding it in the future because it's the Switch. I think one of their biggest consoles now.
I think it'll probably happen. It's just they might have to figure out how some of the controls work. Because if you remember, the right and left triggers are actually analog going to a digital. And I'm not all games used it, but if they want to have a game that does use it, I think Sunshine utilizes that.
Before we continue, Nintendo, listen to me. If you can hear us, one of the first games that you put on GameCube Virtual Console, please see Paper Mario Thousand Year Door.
Oh God.
Paper Mario.
I still need to play that game.
Speaking of Nintendo, and
is it time? Is it time?
It is.
Yeah, I can now talk about it. Yeah.
It's so dumb.
Before we go into it, I'm not gonna say anything for this because I want you guys to discuss this because I don't mind this at all. I don't care what you guys say. I don't mind this at all.
I just think it's dumb.
Chad, you're gonna be shocked at my point of view. You're gonna be shocked at my point of view on this.
Oh really? I'm not shocked at everything else you said.
It's so dumb.
Okay.
So everyone on the internet probably already knows about Bowsette. It's the dumbest thing ever, in my opinion.
Okay.
Okay, no, it's not I've seen dumber things, to be fair.
This
at least is based somewhere on the fact that the crown actually does something.
Okay, Cyber, you talk first, and then you hand it off to me, and then I'll say my piece on Bowsette.
I don't have much to say. It's just dumb.
Oh God.
I know. It's gonna take me a good 5 minutes to go.
I'm not
through
letting you
everything.
talk 5 minutes. I will cut you out.
No, you don't get to do that.
You don't get.
This is my damn show.
This is my show. Okay, it's not the dumbest thing, but it's the internet taking things to ridiculous heights like usual. And the fun fact is, Nintendo commented on it. They just said, concerning the drawings and other things uploaded to the internet, we have no comment.
Oh yeah, that's what I sent you. Cause
even they don't want to touch it with the 20-foot pole.
Thank you guys.
They're just, it's so dumb.
Okay, so you are like Nintendo. You're like, man, it's over there. I don't care about it. It's terrible.
I think it's dumb.
Okay, so I got introduced to this whole Bowsette thing about a week or so ago. I was talking to a couple people on Discord that I'm really good friends with, and one of them linked into one of the Discord a picture of Super Mario Brothers 3 of Bowsette about to fall on top of Mario, and I'm like, what in the world is this?
What?
It was let me find. I'll link the picture while I keep talking.
Any pictures of Bowsette in chat will be banned.
Banned.
Okay, fine. Not in actual YouTube chat. Anyway,
will be banned on Discord too.
Everybody gets.
The ban hammer is swinging hard on this one.
Anyway, pretty much what I thought of it was that I actually kind of think it's interesting. Because usually what happens is when something like this occurs, everybody shuns it. Everyone gets away from it. It's like, no, you go in the corner. We don't like you. Lock the door. Don't look at it.
You know what's funny to me? If this happened, if this happened to any other gaming community, it would have been like, oh, it's just the cancerous part of the fandom. But no, like even the like casual part of the internet has gotten a hold of this. Like, why?
Because I think what happened was when they saw Toadette turn into Peach and they started calling it Peachette, then what happened is someone remembered what happened in 3D World, 3D Land, with Bowser grabbing onto the main object of that game and using it in some way or fashion.
It's not even the main object of the game, though. It's literally just they used it to add a character.
I know, but I was fascinated, and I don't know why. Because I talked to like some of my Mario fans, like Mario people that like friends who are huge Mario fans. People have now started making ROM hacks with Bowsette in them.
Speaking of Bowsette, the name is dumb. Like
I hate it. Why they named it. And you
keep explaining it. You keep explaining it, but not actually explaining it. You keep saying drop the ER. You keep saying drop the R or drop the ER, add et. I'm like, okay, that's why Peachette is a thing, because Toadette, you add Peach, you drop Toad, add Peach. Peachette. Bowser and Peach don't have et in it at all. So why is it Bowsette?
Because in some like naming things, in like some weird naming things, I'm trying to remember what they said, but what happens is ER is male and et is female. So what happens is you drop the ER and you put et. So instead of Bowser, Bowsette. It's weird. I don't understand it, but I'm at least giving them the benefit of the doubt because they probably know these things. But what interested me the most about this was the fact of that it didn't hit just the Mario fandom. It hit everywhere, and people just accept it.
I think it's dumb still.
It's just like, here.
I don't accept it.
Something happened. Usually this
on this stream, I am all people, and I say nay.
Usually shove this into the corner and lock the door.
That is true. So I will say a lot of but that's the thing. That's the funny thing to me is a lot of the time the casual online community will say, "Oh, that's just a cancerous that's just a cancerous fandom thing." But then with this one thing, like they're just rolling with it. I don't understand what the difference is.
Dude, we're lucky it was Bowser, cause, oh god.
Oh, actually, no. It did not stop at Bowser. It did not stop at Bowser. I've seen like they went with Bowser first, but it's going with they're doing all the characters. So
they did Boo. They did.
I saw Boo. I saw Chain Chomp.
The Splatoon characters.
Splatoon characters. A blooper turning into a Splatoon character.
We're lucky it stopped at Mario characters that this got interested in.
It didn't,
because
though. It didn't. One of
the crazy parts of this fandom.
Mario.
Yeah, one of the craziest is I saw a Ganon with that crown. Don't ask me where are the pictures, because I'm never showing it. It's buried. No, same thread that they showed me. The Bowsette picture, they know it's in the corner. I'm not pulling it out.
All I can say is at least the Bowsette
art. Bad word choice, there, Michael. Bad word choice.
I know. I used that choice. I used that specifically to break you, Shy.
That was a bad word choice.
Dan.
God damn it, Michael.
I guess we'll finish off that one because I want to get away from that. At least the It's like I'm not super like upset about it. I just like to rant about it. I think it's dumb, but I do think at least the art, at least the design was made pretty well. The general design everyone's going with.
You get about that picture.
Yeah, that's the thing you can't deny. That the design's actually really well done.
Actually pretty well done.
The design actually looks like they took the dress a peak, ran it through a Shadow Queen filter, through like Paper 1000 Door, because that's what it looks like to me, and gave it to like a female human like Bowser. It's weird. I don't like it. Like, I don't like how, like, some of the stuff is, but it's fascinating to me. Because it fits. It's just there. It's just, I wouldn't
say it fits, but it's well done. That's all I'm going to say. I don't think it fits, but it's well done.
Pretty much what this is people have wanted a Shadow Queen for 10 years. They're taking anything at this point.
Or rather than making it.
Shadow Queen is the final boss of 1000 Year Door, just to let you guys know.
Okay.
Which I like. Thanks. I probably won't play that game.
Anyways,
no.
I'm closing that one off. We're done talking about that. I'm done talking about it. We're done. And that's when it stops being talked about on the show ever again. Unless we see it actually added, or like Nintendo actually comments on it. But until then, Philips CDI.
You do realize that Guy will talk about it when he gets on the show, right?
Already moved on. Philips CDI.
Guy will talk about
Philips CDI Classic. Already moved on.
Oh yay! This thing, yay!
What?
The Philips CDI Classic is a thing that might actually happen, though. Maybe.
What?
Welcome back to 1995, everybody. Let's go and play our old consoles.
Like only 5. Okay, no, I would say only 5 people asked for it, but it got like 1.6k likes and 733 retweets. But again, why are so many people asking for a CDI Classic? What good games are on that? But anyway,
because what I like to call when I was in high school, I started noticing this cycle. And what I like to call it is every 30 years, people like to do a revival. We're almost hitting 2020, so the 1990s are starting to become popular again. That's why we're getting Super Nintendo Classics, the Philips CDI Classic, the PlayStation Classic. We're getting stuff from the 90s.
CDI Classic isn't a guarantee. So someone made this basically like fan image, and they said they basically tweeted at Philips saying it's time, and they gave just a picture of like a generic like advertisement with like the outstretched hand like we've seen for like the PlayStation Classic and the NES and SNES Classic, which is hilarious to me. And then
that Wand of Gamelon. Wand of Gamelon is actually an okay game. It's the only okay out of the trilogy. I actually want to play Wand of Gamelon.
And then Phillips replied to the person, "Thank you for your love and encouragement. I can't speak today apparently. Thank you for your love, encouragement, and interest. We'll try our best to fulfill your dreams and release something you suggest, but cannot promise anything yet. Please be a bit patient and stay tuned. Thank you in advance." So here's the thing. It could be that they actually are like, oh, let's do something like this. Or it could be just them giving the classic, like, answer to just appease everyone and then wait until everyone forgets about it.
There's no way people are going to forget about this now. We're with the ability now to be able to with Sony and Nintendo and all these people making classic versions of their bringing back all this older games from the 90s, it would only make sense for Philips to be like, you know what? People been asking for this. Tiny market's there. Let's push it. Let's see how far we can go. Won't be a lot. It
wasn't in the grand scheme of things. It wasn't even that many like retweets or likes. Like, granted, 1,600 is a lot, But like, how many of those people are A, actually gonna buy it, and B, will 1,600 even be enough for them? Because a majority of the people that would buy like an NES Classic, an SNES Classic, there wasn't as big of a base around the Philips CDI.
I'd buy it. I know Shai would like it. You would buy it. I know there's a couple games on that list that you would love to play. Like the three Zelda games.
The CDI Classic.
Oh God, no.
Exactly.
Fuck you, Michael. Like, seriously, go fuck yourself.
Most of those games are so not worth playing that I wouldn't even emulate them.
What about Hotel Mario? Look at those old cutscenes.
I seriously am pissed off at seeing Hotel Mario. Shut the fuck up.
That game is one of the worst Mario games. Don't bring that in here. Keep it out. Keep it. We want to forget that exists.
Shut up. Nope.
Here's the thing.
Next topic. We're forgetting it.
We have now said no. We're in the new 90s. I count this the new 90s.
Yeah, but remember, even then, people want to forget about the CDI. Even then, no one cared about it.
Personally, I would love to see like Nintendo.
A majority of the games that are like actual IPs were very poor games, especially in comparison.
I liked Wand. Wand was good.
I'm sorry.
Wand was the only good of the trilogy.
Hotel Mario is also garbage.
Yes, Hotel Mario's garbage, but here's the thing. Faces of Evil was absolutely terrible. I don't like it.
If you want to play it for a meme,
it's the best.
Here's the thing. If you want to play it because it's a meme, just emulate it. Like, don't waste money on a piece of hardware for it.
I don't. See, here's the thing. I don't want to play it as a meme. I actually want to sit down and see and play the game myself. Because what it is Faces of Evil to me makes no sense. That's how we got the king, and I'd rather not deal with the stupid king and all of his freak. No, this is not 2006. We don't need YouTube proofs to come back to life. Go in the corner. Zelda's Adventure was live action. This is 1996-7 with the Sega CD, and look what happened to that. And no.
Anything live action really was poor.
And then we had Wand of Gamelon, which was, first off, was one of the only games that had Zelda as a main character, number one. And number two, really is this oddball of interesting, bad, and just fascinating.
I just think it's not. I just don't think it's interesting or fascinating. I think it's mostly just bad. And that's where I'm gonna leave it at.
I'll give that to you for Faces of Evil. Faces of Evil can go right in the garbage.
I'd say that for pretty much any CDI game.
Exactly.
Most of that library.
Even for the games that are okay, most of the time they control like crap.
I'm not defending the library. I'm just defending Wand.
That's the point of making a classic edition, is the library, and it doesn't have the library to make it worth it. If it has just one game, that's not worth it.
Gamelon, I'm happy. Just put Wand of Gamelon, I'm happy.
Anyways, I'm gonna leave it off as I don't think it has a good enough library to validate making a classic edition, but that's just my opinion apparently.
No, I'm with you on that.
Anyway,
next
topic.
Are we at the next point? Because I want to. Are we at the next point?
Yes.
This
is mine. My show. I want to yell about things. I get to announce yellingly about the things. This is my show. You guys are taking it away from me. I can't believe this.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. So remember when Sony was like, PlayStation's the best place for Fortnite, and that we're not gonna allow crossplay? They after the internet backlash, they've little backpedaled on it, and now they're starting. It says today, but it was I think posted a couple days ago.
It was
yeah.
posted. It was posted on the 25th, I do believe.
Oh yes, that's a couple days ago. So, yeah, Fortnite now has crossplay on the PS4, which potentially means more games follow suit over time. Here's the thing.
The reason. And before you go into your stuff, Cyber, I just want to say this, and we can forget about it and go and continue. Sony, when I learned about this, and it actually makes sense because we can actually tie this into a conversation into here. Is that Sony still hates Nintendo. They hate them with a fiery passion in their hearts.
That's new to me.
No, basically
Sony just hates all the other companies in general. They don't discern between Nintendo and Microsoft.
No, Nintendo originally went to Sony for their disc-based system and then went to Philips. They hate Nintendo.
That's a thing of the past. B, a lot of the people working there right now probably aren't the same ones that worked on the systems back then. It's not the same, and given the fact that Nintendo isn't a real competitor anymore, like, yeah, they kind of compete, but in reality, the main competition for consoles is between the Xbox and the PS4. In reality, they might be mad at them now because they were buddy with Xbox. But they're more not happy with Xbox to the direct competitors.
So what you're saying is my belief, and it has been my belief for several years. Sony and Microsoft fight in that corner. Nintendo just goes and does its own thing.
Yes, that's
okay.
I don't think most people won't argue that. Frankly, and even the Nintendo fans will be like, yeah, that's pretty accurate because Nintendo.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because here's the thing: is the Xbox and the PS4 are more competing in terms of like raw horsepower, whereas Nintendo kind of competes in their own way by bringing unique gameplay aspects and unique hardware. So instead of being like trying to be a uber powerful console, they say, hey, what if we say like on the 3DS we'll make it 2 screens, we'll have 3D on the top screen, different stuff like that. So they're the ones that, instead of trying to put more horsepower, they kind of do more, they experiment more with how games can be played rather than how beautiful they can look. And granted, like, I'm not saying Nintendo games don't look good, they look freaking fantastic. At least on the Switch. 3DS is a bit iffy because of the low resolution, but even then, on the hardware they have, they still look pretty good. And Nintendo doesn't go for uber realistic graphics, they go for artistic graphics, which I actually prefer more.
Yeah, it works.
It works for them, and I really like how you can always get different looking games. So I mean, no one's really ever argued saying Nintendo is actually competing, because if they are, they're just wrong.
The next one, I want to scream, I want to yell, but I will give you. I will not.
Here's the thing is, okay, so I want to say it's upsetting, but at the same time, it's not super upsetting. The reason is, so we'll just say it. Devil May Cry 5 has microtransactions. But most of the time, here's the thing.
Running across the hill with their pitchforks and torches. Oh, look, they're burning down. So, and then they're burning down.
Michael, here's the thing. Even the people who made this game said it's completely optional. Like they said, like, play the game how you want.
It's a single player game. So unlike Battlefront 2, where if you had the same things that we have in the single player in a multiplayer, then it would be a bad thing because it would be pay to win. But this is a single player game, so it doesn't affect it as the same as like a multiplayer game. In a multiplayer game, if it has those aspects and it's pay to win, then it affects playing with other people who are playing for free. Whereas this is only affecting the single player, so it's only affecting you personally. Well,
see, when I look at,
I think it's dumb still, but I don't think it's anything to get too upset about.
See, when I look at any game that has microtransactions, I like to put them up against 3 games. 3 games that have been utterly ruined. Their entire franchises have been killed due to microtransactions. Battlefront 2 will no longer exist. They're done. If they continue on, they cannot do microtransactions. Belgium even told them they are not allowed to do them anymore in that game. Dungeon Keepers went to mobile, went to pay to do anything because it does that.
That's a lot of mobile games. Come on, man.
Yeah, mobile games don't count.
Mobile games don't count because they all
count.
all the free mobile games have like pay to play at all. Like you get like maybe 5 minutes of gameplay and then you have to wait 24 hours, or you can pay.
I count Dungeon Keepers because Dungeon Keepers is a game in a series. It's not a game of mobile device games. It's a
if
game
it's on a
in
mobile
series.
device, it's a mobile game. It doesn't count. Even if
Yeah,
it's
because we can probably say the same thing about Pokemon Quest, if anything.
Pokemon.
And finally, I would have to go with. I would have to go with the Call of Duty series because again, no, I take that back.
Those aren't super. I mean, they have microtransactions for like not it's not called skins.
The Lord of the Rings game. That game got ruined. Thank you, Rabbit Luigi, by the way, for entering.
Anyway.
Yeah, the thing is again, like what Cyber was saying, this is a single player game, so it's mainly depending like
if it had the same mechanics in a it's not a multiplayer game, I don't think.
I know. Shadow of Mordor, I think it is that Lord of the Rings game. That one too is a single player experience that has microtransactions, and look how bad that flopped. Putting microtransactions in your game either doom it or make it super crazy.
But they're not.
Then explain Pokemon Go for me real quick. Microtransactions in that game.
I don't play Pokemon Go. I don't play Pokemon Go. I stay away.
But people still play it with microtransactions.
Here's the thing: is it depends on how you do it.
It's not the same, Michael.
The game is still perfectly playable. From what we know so far, it's still perfectly playable without paying for them. It's just if people want to be lazy and not be playing as difficult of a game, they can level up their character basically by paying. But you don't have to. You can just play the game and do it the normal way. It's not like it's not like pay $5 to beat this dungeon.
Yeah, no, Devil May Cry is from what I read, it's not going to do that. It's basically if you want to have an advantage, you do it.
If you want to make if you want to make the game easier, is basically what it is.
I'm gonna keep my eyes and ears open for Devil May Cry 5. I'm just saying that there is a long track history.
I don't think it's.
But it's not going to be the same.
I don't think it's gonna do anything. Anyway, speaking of not doing anything, Castlevania. So for anyone that was hoping Castlevania Requiem would go to the Switch, it's not. It's a PS4 exclusive. So there's that.
Yeah, I think we could say the same thing about some other PS4 games as well. That's
for anyone who doesn't know, it's a remaster of Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood.
Yeah, I was
not coming. To the Switch.
What's sad is that I know there's a reason, but I was so sad because I actually wanted to finally play Symphony of the Night. I wanted to put that behind me and say, look, I finally beat a Castlevania Metroidvania. And now I'm only having Aria of Sorrow to try and beat. But Aria of Sorrow is
you can emulate it. It's a thing you can emulate.
Emulators.
That is all.
I can't. No, here's the thing. I can't emulate like the PS1 games. We tried with an N64. We tried with Dolphin. Dolphin will not work on my computer.
You don't need Dolphin to emulate N64. That's the only reason people emulate N64 with Dolphin is it's overkill, and it's because it does better net play. Other than that, you don't. The emulators, the actual N64 emulators, take up less resources than loading N64 through the Wii.
See, what I've learned is that I have what do I have and what do I have?
What do you have, Michael? What do you have?
I don't know.
I have NES, SNES, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance, DS, and Genesis.
Speaking of SNES, I have an SNES coming in the mail. Probably should be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
So the only thing is, I'm gonna have to. I mean, I was expecting to anyway, because I always do it. I'm gonna take it apart and clean the outer shell.
Time to stream Super Nintendo games.
I should probably pull this up because it's a thing that is happening.
What happened? I can't see what happened.
Hold on, I might as well pull this up. I'm gonna link it too, if I can actually find a decent web page for it. If it would load. Oh gosh. Oh, I don't feel like covering that. Never mind. I'll just say it. Fortnite Season 6 got announced.
Yeah, that happened a while ago.
Yeah.
I stopped playing Fortnite.
There's new things apparently, but
the week after E3, them. Like I stopped playing that the week after E3. Like the initial rush was okay, but afterwards it was like meh.
I have it, and if I like, I play it occasionally, but it's not a game I actively go to play, like, you know, Rocket League.
Like the NES games on the Switch.
Like, I've also been playing other games other than like Fortnite.
Speaking of Rocket League,
NES games on the Switch.
So I'm really glad I own Rocket League on the PC and the Switch, because when I'm at home, I can play on my ultra-wide 21:9 monitor, and it looks really gorgeous on the PC. And then say I'm rendering a video like I will be tonight, I'll still be able to play on my Switch.
Yay!
And one thing I've also learned is after using HD Rumble for so long, my gosh, regular Rumble feels awful. It feels so gross and wrong. Anyways,
after talking about NES, after talking about the NES on the Switch, I immediately booted it up because I needed to play again.
Yeah, speaking of NES on Switch and Switch Online, I am currently making a video about it. I'm hoping I can get it edited and push it to go live on Saturday. No guarantees though. Anyway, and also on the topic of the Switch,
no, this
is pretty interesting. The next topic: custom themes that everyone wants, but Nintendo won't give us.
Yeah, but here's the thing: it will get your Switch banned. So, oh no!
Oh yeah, it does. Well, okay, hold on. We don't know yet if this specifically gets your Switch banned. Here's the thing: is we don't really know what does and doesn't get your Switch banned. It seems for now, purely running homebrew is not an easy ticket to a ban. Now, piracy, that is a very easy ticket to a ban. You will get banned very quickly doing that, and you also get banned very quickly cheating online. And I would assume now that saves are getting backed up to the cloud, if you cheat on your games and that gets backed up to the cloud, you'll probably get banned too, because they'll be able to see that. But other than that, purely using homebrew, there's only one reported case so far of someone actually getting banned purely for homebrew. And supposedly it was because they were clearing error logs, which was later discovered to be extremely detectable. Anyway, on the topic. So yeah, this is a custom theme that you can actually put on your Switch if you hack it. And if you hack your Switch, you can even create your own themes. So, Nintendo, why are we not doing this yet?
Yeah.
And then immediately,
why are the hackers adding the basic functionality that you can't?
And then immediately after Nintendo bans all three of us for promoting piracy and promoting hacking.
I'm not saying anything.
We're not promoting piracy. We're covering a news topic about the fact that you can add custom themes. We're not saying how to do it. I'm not saying go out and do it. I'm covering it as a thing you can do. To be fair though, in the past I have made videos on how to hack things. I had one for the 3DS and how to load homebrew on it. Had 12,000 plus views.
Is it still on your channel?
It's hidden. I think it's still up. It's just not public. So I'd have to shoot you a link. Otherwise, you're not gonna find it. Unless you go back through like some of the ancient archives of GBA Temp where I posted it. No, not those. I posted other videos, but yeah. Or you'll find the old video of me showing off loading Redman on the Wii U. I was one of the first to make. So there's a thing you can install that basically turns a DS title on your Wii U into a thing that can like load custom code. Basically, before it was loading Homebrew Launcher, and I modified it to load Emunand before anyone else had done it. It was great. Like a lot of people don't usually know, I've actually contributed to the hacking scenes a little bit, at least.
A little bit.
Like I took the time. So I think the biggest thing I've done is I designed a way so that you can, on the go, with very minimal items, you can hack someone's Switch going from vanilla to completely hacked custom firmware, able to basically pirate games on it in a minute and a half. Without a computer, just I can literally hold the things in my pocket and pull them out and hack someone's Switch. It involved a DS flash cart, an SD with specific layout of files, and then there's like a homebrew app you can load at launch on the 3DS that has a specific scripting language you can use. So I basically did a large script that would basically automatically install and move things around, copy paste, stuff like that. It was pretty neat.
Breaking news! Local YouTuber Cyberquake banned from Nintendo for promoting hacking.
It was my proudest creation, and I'm most proud of the fact that a Chinese flashcard company stole it and started distributing it themselves. And the annoying thing is they stole the old version that is garbage. They need to steal the new one. It's much better.
Don't say that. Now they're gonna actually do it.
I want them to. They need to. The old one's garbage. Steal my good one, please.
Breaking news! Local YouTuber Cyberquake banned from Nintendo for promoting hacking.
But I miss working on stuff like that. Oh, I also did. I mean, we have a little bit of extra time to talk about things. I also did another piece of 3DS work I did is, you know, when you push the power button to turn it off, how it has that shutdown screen before you actually turn it off?
Yes.
I had a method where you would run a script on the 3DS. It would dump a file, and then I made like a specific PC. I designed a PC software that would go in and do color edits for you. Because normally you'd have to open the file and manually hex edit like colors in. It was a complete pain. So I made it a program that let you go in and just pick in like a color selector the custom colors you wanted, and then you would just stick it in and use a script and it would inject it in. It was great. Anyways,
So what am I hearing?
you're hearing Michael play NES probably.
I'm
Okay,
not. No, I have mine muted.
Oh no.
No, I heard something.
I heard
definitely sound like
Donkey. I
NES.
heard Donkey Kong NES is what I
Yeah.
heard.
That's what I heard.
Really? I have mine muted.
Are you playing?
So
Are you playing
know.
Donkey Kong NES?
No, I'm playing Gradius.
Oh.
I heard something like
I heard someone in the background
That's you.
with the Donkey Kong noise.
That's not me.
Anyway,
I definitely heard
specifically
that.
it was jumping over a barrel noise is what I heard.
Yeah, I'm not playing anything like that.
And I'm not playing games at all because I'm hosting. Anyway.
And I'm playing Gradius. So what the heck?
I don't know where that noise came from then. I wonder if... No, it's not my end. Anyway, we'll go ahead and switch over to Media Creates. Oh, also, real quick, fun fact. I was one of the first to pull the disc ticket for Star Fox Zero.
Yeah, I keep hearing it. Who is it?
Cyber, we're trying not to get Nintendo on Nintendo's bad side.
That's fine.
Yeah. Oh, crap.
Yep, exactly what I thought would be on the top of that list.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
like the third week in a row. Anyways, Media Creates. Let's go over this list.
That's been there. No, that's been there for 4 weeks.
Oh yeah, that's true. Media Creates Japan physical sales. For those who don't know, this lists them top 20 for last week. Number 1 for like 4 weeks in a row, Spider-Man. Gosh dang, still going strong.
Still need to buy that game.
I don't have a PS4, so
Neither do I. We're in the same boat here.
So here's the thing: is if I had the money, I'd have all 3 consoles.
Yes,
but because
technically I actually do, but I
here's
want to buy.
for the most part, I just have a PC and a Switch because most games I can either play on my PC or I play on my Switch. The end. Anyway, number 2, a new game, Steins Gate Elite.
I can hear Donkey
PS4.
Kong.
I hear
Where is
it.
Donkey Kong coming from?
Definitely not me.
I hear it. I swear it's coming from Michael's end.
It shouldn't be. I'm playing Gradius.
Is there anyone around you?
No.
Are you watching a video on accident?
No. I mute YouTube during the stream.
I don't know what it is. Number 3 is Switch Minecraft.
Honestly, I had an idea for like a Minecraft series, and I don't know if I actually want to go through with it. But basically, I just play Minecraft, but I add some challenges to myself, like doing classic crafting.
Why not
generation.
make it a group Minecraft server? We could be like Mayanite or something and do
You know what's
something
funny is
crazy like that.
I could put up a server if I wanted to. I have.
The thing is, like,
if I bought a power supply, I have an old desktop, like a gaming desktop that would be able to handle a server perfectly fine. I can port for it and everything.
The problem with that is that I tried doing a server thing with some people, but it just did not work for the Switch, and I don't know like how, if it's something on their end or something. But I just haven't been able to.
Were they setting it up in their house?
What do you mean, like?
Like was it a server they put up themselves in their house rather than like paying for a server on like one of those like Minecraft server services you can pay for?
No, it was something that because it was on the Switches that we tried doing it fun.
Oh God!
I mean, like, were you just trying to connect between switches, or did you actually have a dedicated server up and running?
We were trying to connect between Switches.
Oh, that's weird.
So what we could do?
You should be able to just connect as friends.
Yeah, I know. What we could do is we could make a friend server and then make like a Minecraft series on that server.
I'm not playing Minecraft. I mean, maybe like for a stream, but it wouldn't be a series.
That would actually be a cool idea. Like on a Saturday or something, just be like, hey, this is like an hour of us playing Minecraft. We can talk about stuff. That's the way.
You hear
Or
this
just
sound?
I hear that sound.
My cup's empty.
And it doesn't.
I don't have water. I'm out of water. I'm so
Oh,
upset.
great.
No, it would be called
Millions
the
dead.
Minecraft Q&A. It'd be called the Minecraft Q&A day.
There's
Just
no
play like
here-
a couple hours of
here's-
Minecraft. and talk.
there's a problem with that Michael. We don't have enough active viewers to do that. And even if we have viewers, we don't have enough active chat. Maybe one day if the channel blows up, we'll have that, but that is not a thing that's happening right now because there's not like unless I'm missing. Yep, we don't have anyone in chat right now, so
We have one person.
viewing.
Then that's Michael.
Not viewing, not talking.
Yeah, here's the thing that I've read some tweet about, but like if you see like people watching but not chatting, you shouldn't really get discouraged on that. Because people could just be looking.
Yeah. And also, fun fact: this stream's not doing too good comparatively to others. Peak concurrent is only 2, and we only have so far 1 hour total watch time. Normally, at this point, if I have a decent amount of viewers, like I've had in previous ones, I'd be at like 5 or 6.
Time to make a 5-hour stream. Ready the Super Nintendo Classic.
Also, fun fact: there are changes in YouTube's algorithms that make streaming actually potentially hurt your channel. Yay!
Oh, great.
Good thing I stopped. Yay!
That's good. Well, streaming to YouTube is a bad choice, but this is a live show, so
so basically what they're saying is if you stream outside of YouTube, you get hurt.
No. What it is they're counting streams as if they were regular videos, but they really shouldn't be. So because normally you don't get as many views on a stream as you would an actual video, especially if you have it go archived after doing the stream. So they'll be like, oh, they only got like this many views and watch time? Man, people must not like them anymore. We're gonna stop showing people their videos. Anyways,
That's YouTube algorithm in general, though.
YouTube sucks. I mean, what? No, YouTube's great. Please give me that. Please give me my partnership back.
Next week, we will be doing GameCrash episode 12 on Twitch.
I remember when I used to. No, gosh. I remember when I used to, have partnership with YouTube. It was great.
Wait, you had a partnership? Please tell us.
Yeah, I told you earlier this year. I don't remember
No,
when.
you didn't.
It was earlier in the year. I've had partnership for a while, but YouTube increased what the requirements were to be a partner, and then retroactively kicked people from the partnership.
Oh yeah, that happened to me with one of my old channels because I still had a partner with them, and
here's the
somehow
thing is, some of my older videos were actually like bringing in not enough for me to actually cash out yet, but some of my older videos were actually bringing in some money because like 12,000 views, 10,000 views, all the hacking stuff I did. So that's a bit of a bummer.
That was the same thing that happened to me too.
And the best thing is
It wasn't much,
and the best thing is at the time when it happened, people were like, "Oh well, when you're not meeting these requirements that are there now, you're not making any money at all. Or you're barely making any money." I'm like, "Yeah, but that's the thing is, even if I'm not making enough to live off of it, it's like an encouragement. Like, hey, look, as my channel's doing better, I'm slowly increasing the amount I make. Like, obviously, having what I have now is not enough to make decent money, but it's like an encouragement. Anyway, we should probably get back to the list.
It's like basically telling people, time to make a Patreon. Goodbye.
I mean, he's still probably gonna do this.
Anyways, number 4, Steins Gate for the Switch. Wow, the PS4 version did better. That's interesting.
What?
I
don't know what this game is.
You know what's funny? We've been seeing that a bit on the recent games where the PS4 version does better than the Switch, which usually is the vice versa. That's interesting. Anyway.
I don't know what this game is. What?
Also, fun fact, Splatoon 2 is below Minecraft again. Remember last week I was above it?
Yay!
I heard someone banging on the door. So, yeah, Splatoon 2 is at number 5.
I don't understand Splatoon 2. Like, I don't understand popularity. I don't.
What do you mean you don't understand?
Because it's a game about Inklings and their voyages to do weird things, and I don't. Oh, God.
Are you saying you don't like the game, sir? Are you dissing?
You want to take this in the back out?
Are you dissing?
Back alley?
Would you like to take that back? Would you like to redact what you just said, sir?
Like,
Would you like to? I'll rephrase that. Would you like to avoid a ban?
I'll say this: the Octo expansion, I liked. It made me start to like Splatoon 2. Without it, it felt like another like cookie cutter multiplayer game. Then the Octo expansion came.
How? In what way? In what way is it cookie cutter? In what way is it like any other game? What other third-person shooter is the objective not mostly to kill people?
No. What I'm trying to say is that when the Octo expansion came out, it added a lot more building. For the majority of people, Splatoon 2 is the online game. That's majority of, like, it's nice to have the single player offline, but majority of the reason you play Splatoon 2 is the online multiplayer. Yeah, and I think that's why I kind of liked Splatoon. I never owned it, but I saw like the single player, and I loved the story. When I looked at Splatoon 2, the story just nah. But then as soon as the Octo expansion came out and I started watching it added world building. Even the single player, it's more designed to be like, the single player is more designed to be a really long tutorial for playing online. It gets you acquainted with all the weapons, or at least a good amount of the weapons. It gets you acquainted with all the mechanics of all the different things that are in the game. It's more of just a giant tutorial, is what it really is. Yeah. And I don't mind that, because a majority of people don't buy it. Most people don't buy Splatoon 2 going, man, I can't wait to play that single player. They go, man, I can't wait to play online multiplayer with my friends. Or just random people on the internet. They're not buying it for the single player. So I don't hate Splatoon 2, but I've grown to like it more over the years. Anyways, speaking of me going to like things recently, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. You know, I've had it for like the entire time it's been out, and I played it more when it first came out, because that was when the Switch had barely any games. You and Guy went out and played that once with the app, and that was a fun time. So here's the thing: is like I kind of stopped playing it for a long time, just because it's not really fun unless you're playing multiplayer, and B, I didn't really like playing online with it. I just typically am not a Mario Kart online player. I mean, okay, to be fair, back on the 3DS I was, but that was back when I had Mario Kart 7, and it was the only game I had on the 3DS for like 2 years. So it was the only way to play online was Mario Kart, but I digressed. But the online chat for Mario Kart 8 has made me start playing it more. Granted, I'm still not like playing it a uber amount, but I'm like playing it more than I was before, which was not at all. Anyway, number 7, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, PS4. Nah, I own the original Tomb Raider, and I looked up Shadow. I thought it would be good. It would be it again. I don't know what it is, but the story to me is lacking from the original. Because the original one was, you are deserted. People are literally trying to kill you. You aren't like the Lara Croft of old. You are this like newbie. You're this newbie adventurer. I liked that from the original Tomb Raider.
Also, you're talking about the original or the reboot?
The original or?
Because the reboot did the same thing where you are stranded and people are trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Anyways,
what Tomb Raider games are in?
Winning 11, 2019, number 8.
Legend and Tomb Raider.
Winning 11, number 8. Soccer.
And then Breath of the Wild. Let's talk about Breath of the Wild.
I don't care about the only soccer game. Okay, I'm just trying to leave off on the only soccer game I care about is Rocket League.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Breath of the Wild.
And you could
really
bet
good game.
after
I
I'm done
recommend it for
editing and
Wii
it's
U.
rendering, I'm gonna be playing that when I am waiting for the video to render tonight.
I own the
If I
Wii
don't
U copy
pass
of Breath
out.
of the Wild, Shy.
Oh yeah, Breath of the Wild. So I've said it before. I'll say it again. Great game. Don't personally like it. It's just,
Yeah,
and it's
that's
and
like
I can see the merit. And you need to not own that. You need to just take the Wii U. As soon as we get Mario Maker, you need to just take the Wii U and just you're gonna do what I'm gonna do, okay? As soon as we get Mario Maker, I'm just gonna take the Wii U. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna forcefully shove it in the box and shove it in the garage and forget it exists.
No, I have Breath of the Wild, Wind Waker, and Twilight Princess. Three
You're so hot
amazing Zelda games. Look at all of these good Zelda games. We must never forget the 3 best Zelda games came out on Wii U.
Wait.
Okay, that's an understatement for me.
Hold up.
But
First
okay.
off, wasn't there only like really one actual game on there? The others were ports, right?
I still count them. There is Hyrule. Here's the 4 Zelda games that came out. Hyrule Warriors, Wind Waker
You can play
HD,
that on the Switch.
Twilight Princess HD, Breath of the Wild.
HD ports, and on the Switch as well. So you have you have 2 that are on the Switch and 2 that are just HD ports from previous consoles.
I prefer
That will probably hit the
Wii
Switch
U
if we get like
port.
GameCube.
I prefer the Wii U port. I've said this for months.
Also, but what I was gonna mention, Cyber, is that the only game that's on the Wii U that also needs to be ported or do something at this point is Pikmin 3.
No,
And
I disagree.
Mario
I disagree
Color
only
Splash.
because I don't like Pikmin.
Fair enough, but that's just what other
you're
people
forgetting
say.
Mario Maker.
Well, other than Mario Maker, because we already got that one out of the way.
Wait a minute. We're getting Mario Maker for what?
No, I'm just saying
No,
it needs to happen. Also, I mean, it's not a necessity, but I would love to see 3D World ported.
Oh God.
I would love that game.
I mean, I
ported.
wouldn't mind that also.
You just want to get rid of your Wii U. While me, I'm the
Exactly.
smart person.
The Wii U's a piece of crap.
Me, I'm the smart person.
The Wii U's a piece of crap.
want-
Get rid of it.
No.
Okay.
I like the Wii U. The Wii U
The only
is
thing-
a virtual console.
The only thing my Wii U is good for at this point is GameCube.
Virtual console.
Virtual console is much better on other emulators.
Really?
Yes.
Do you want me to boot up what games I have?
I have a RetroPie setup.
Mother 1.
I have a RetroPie setup that can do most games better.
Mother
and then-
1. Earthbound Beginnings came out on Wii U.
RetroPie.
Pie.
I have literally something that is the size and shape.
Beginnings.
I have something that is the size and shape of an NES Classic, and it plays a bunch of arcade games going up to 2002, 5, I want to say. I don't remember. So I have a bunch of classic arcade games. I have NES, SNES, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. And then anything else I can do on my computer. Or if Switch ever comes out with Virtual Console.
But here's what I'm kind of getting at though, is that we all have our
Virtual
own
Console can be.
opinions.
Yeah, I'm not saying you can't have your own opinion. I'm just saying, in my opinion, the Wii needs to die.
Your opinion is wrong.
I'm just saying. I'm saying, in my
needs to
opinion, your opinion's wrong.
Yeah, that's what I was
My
gonna say.
opinion, the Wii U needs to live.
No.
It needs to be resuscitated.
I'll say no. I'll say it was. I'm not saying it's a bad console, but I'm just saying people need to let go of it. It died. It's done. Let go of it. It didn't
Breath
do
of the
well.
Wild on
Frankly,
Wii U is the better port.
it was a good.
Breath of the Wild on your
It was a
Wii
good.
U console.
It was a good
today.
console, but like the main reason it failed is because they didn't market it properly.
Get Get your Wii U. Get your Wii U and Breath of the Wild consoles at your local GameStop today.
Or hear me out, you can get a Switch and Breath of the Wild, and you can play it on the go, which you can't do with the Wii U. Oh yeah.
But with the Wii U, you can get high definition, while the Switch version lags.
Nope. We've told you. Hey, we've told you. Michael, we've told you this before. It got updated. It doesn't lag.
What are you talking about? It never lagged for me at all.
It did. Okay, it did at launch. It did at launch. It did have a few stuttering, laggy, like frame drop problems, but that got fixed. It got fixed. It got fixed shortly after launch. The only thing the only thing the Wii U has right now over the Switch is loading times are a bit faster, but not by much. Not enough to make it worth not having portable. Like the Wii U is quote unquote portable, but only up to like 15 feet away from your TV.
Not even that.
Not even that. And I would say that is why it is a much better investment. That's why any game, if you already have a Wii U, fine. But if you don't have a Wii U, no point in getting one whatsoever, unless you're getting it purely to hack.
Rayman, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Again, a bunch of these games exist elsewhere. But you're listing a bunch of games that exist as better options elsewhere, and that's where the problem is. You can't say these games are the reason to get this console when better versions of them exist elsewhere.
Then wait, what did Rayman Legends also come out on then?
Like everything.
Xbox
PC.
360, I think Xbox.
Isn't Rayman Legends also on Switch right now too?
Yes.
Like
the definitive version, but yes.
It's on everything.
Ow.
I'm just trying to save the console that
You're not helping.
There's no reason to save it. Let it die. It's perfectly fine for you to like it and keep using it. But don't try to say people should go out buying one, because it's not true, and they really shouldn't. Like, there's no reason to keep it alive either, because even Nintendo gave up on it.
Breaking news! Wii U getting revived!
They stopped production. It's not coming back. Anyways, that was a long rant coming from Legend of Zelda.
I know, if that happened... see, here's the scary bit. If that actually happened and Nintendo were like, what? It's like, breaking news, Wii U getting revived. Everyone would lose their minds.
No, everyone would be mad. Like, why is Nintendo doing that? It's dumb. Don't do it. Because frankly, and at this point especially, there was absolutely no reason to do it, because all of the good Wii U games, or at least most of them, there's still a few that are probably being worked on, and we'll get at some point. But most of the decent Wii U games have Switch ports that are better. Like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it's better because it has all of the DLC in it from the get-go. You don't have to pay extra for it. Additional characters, the double item box, like having 2 items. Like, holy crap, I go back and play games with single items, and I'm like, wow, this feels wrong. Like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the definitive Mario Kart game right now, unless you really like Double Dash. But I still think people should let go of the GameCube too, but not as much as the Wii U. Gosh.
If you told that to the Melee community, we would never see you again.
Oh, I've said it to them multiple times. I'm like, you guys, okay, here's the thing. I understand those games are good, but one thing I can't stand is when they try to tell me the GameCube controller is the best design controller of all time. No, sir.
Nope.
It is not. If you think that, you are delusional.
It's a good controller.
It's a good controller. It is not the best.
Controller. Not the best one.
My top 2 controllers right now, of all the controllers I've ever used, top 2, Xbox One controller and the Switch Pro controller.
Okay, Xbox One, really?
My top 3 is
the Xbox One controller is really nice.
Is the Super Nintendo controller, The GameCube controller is at number 2, but again, I prefer the
Here's the
Nintendo
reason why
controller.
Super Nintendo doesn't make it up there, because while it works really well for retro games. If you want it, like, you can't bring it up to new games unless you like modify it, like we've seen with the SFC 30 Pro. Like the Xbox One controller, it functions well and it has the buttons there to play both modern and even classics. Granted, you'll be not using all of the buttons.
I know,
I think in modern,
think,
like in those times, yes, but in modern times, it'd be Xbox One and Switch Pro controller.
and finally, I'm gonna have to give my third favorite to, weirdly, the Nintendo 64 controller.
I hate it. In fact,
yeah,
I was making the video this week, but I decided to push it back to make this one because. But yeah, I'm gonna be talking about why the N64 hasn't aged well. And one of them is the controller and the controls. So I'm gonna have to disagree with that.
I'm gonna say this: it fits in your hand.
It fits nice in your hand, but it's designed poorly where you can't use all of the buttons. It's designed so you can only have digital input or analog input. You can't do both. And compared to what 3D games really need, it doesn't have enough inputs. It really doesn't. Anyways, probably try to get back onto the list.
Conan Exiles.
Conan Exiles, number 10. PS4. I don't care about PS4.
I mean,
I'm kind of shocked that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is this low.
Xenoblade
It's
Chronicles
not
2.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It's the Torna expansion.
Torna. The Golden Country.
Shut up. Shut up. I hate English.
No, I'm just repeating I'm not repeating it to mock you. I'm just repeating it as a joke.
Yeah, I honestly wanted to get this because I actually like Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It's a really good game, and I kind of want to see what this expansion brings more to the story and everything.
Does anyone know what F1 2018 is? 'Cause I sure don't.
It's an F1. It's an F1 car racer. It's a very bad game. It's a mad game.
Then I definitely don't care about it. I don't care. I don't care about most racing games. There's a few I do like.
Mario Kart 8.
Mario Kart 8. There was one.
Although that's kind of a kart racing.
Gosh, what? Yeah, well, there was one. I can't remember the name of it. It was similar to Mario Kart, but it was like actual racing, and then it had like power ups. Like, gosh, I want to remember what it was.
Diddy Kong Racing, Crash Team Racing.
No, it wasn't any of those. I'll have to think about it later. Anyway, I don't know how to pronounce that one. Anyone wanna...
it's the Atelier games. Like, I'm okay with basically what I've heard of these games is they're RPG adventure games. They're really interesting from what I've heard, but they're not games that one person can. They're like the parts of like Octopath Traveler and Chrono Trigger. Really expensive, story-rich games, but you better be ready to put 6 hours into a play session.
Speaking of putting 6 hours into a play session and story-driven games, Nintendo Labo?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I mean, to be fair, there will probably be 6 hours, considering how long it takes to put together the cardboard.
I mean, that's true.
I'm just kind of.
Story-driven's a bit not correct on that one. That's my bad. That was a clickbait. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, that was about to say. Wait a minute.
I'm gonna do one of those non-apology apologies. It'll be a video of me basically apologizing, being, guys, I did something. I'm not gonna say it's wrong. I'm not gonna apologize for it, but I will say I feel bad, and I'm also monetizing the video while I'm at it. By the way, guys.
You feel bad? No, you don't.
Like legit. If you're a YouTuber and you actually do something bad, you need to make an apology video. Don't monetize it. Don't monetize it, or you'll piss off a bunch of people because doing that. Anyway. Number 15, the Taiko Drum Fun. Still haven't played it.
I'm surprised this game is still on here.
I know. To be fair though, it's Japan, and you know Japan loves their rhythm games. That's why.
I mean,
why is Tennis Aces still on? Why is?
What do you mean? Why is it still on? It's a good game.
It's the
I love it. It's
like, I understand why.
So it's honestly one of my favorite Mario Tennis games.
And then it's your favorite thing, Cyber. It's a 3DS game that keeps coming back from the dead.
That doesn't surprise me. It's Pokemon. To be fair, it'll probably still be doing that even after Pokemon Let's Go, because Pokemon Let's Go is not the quote-unquote core RPG that everyone wants.
Pokemon Let's Go, it's going to open at number 20 and stay at number 20 until the new game.
I'd say it'll do better, at least in Japan. But
no, it's gonna stay at 20.
I'm personally buying it and am a little bit excited for it because
I already pre-ordered my
Pikachu or Eevee.
Oh yeah,
Pikachu or Eevee.
Pikachu. I had Pikachu hands down.
Oh yeah.
Pikachu. Because
plus, here's the thing: you can't evolve. You can't evolve your Eevee.
Yeah, I can.
Nope.
I've heard you could.
Nope. From what I recall reading, specifically the Eevee you get as a starter cannot be evolved. I think it's the same. I think it's the same with Pikachu with Raichu, but no one ever wants to evolve Pikachu for the most part.
Plus, yeah, also like.
See, here's the thing.
Here's the thing: is most people forget about their starters. If you're actually playing like a decent player, you usually just kind of use the starter to get started, and then you just kind of catch better Pokemon. You move on with your life and forget about them.
No, here's what I do. I'm actually starting before Pokemon Let's Go. I'm planning on doing a Pokemon Yellow game. I'm planning on playing through a bit of it because number one, I love Pokemon Yellow. Yellow is amazing because it was the anime. To me, like. I would have loved this as a kid because I love the anime so much, and it would have been incredible to have as a kid. But anyway, what I do when I play Yellow is I keep the Pikachu, and then I just use the most random team imaginable. I had my very first playthrough of Pokemon Yellow was Pikachu, Nidoqueen, Venusaur, Vaporeon, Hitmonchan, and Articuno, and that's what I beat the Elite Four with.
So that reminds me, I probably before Pokemon Let's Go, I'll probably maybe do a few streams of if I can get my 3DS set back up of
Yellow
Pokemon Moon.
Yellow. Do Yellow.
No, because here's the thing is I started streaming and playing Pokemon Moon, but it's been so long that I should probably just start over.
No, you should. No, what you should do is you should start up the file that you played and be like, hey guys, look, it's the old team. Now watch this, they disappear forever as we're continuing a new game.
But I just need to reset up the 3DS. Mostly I actually have to go in and delete all the less legal things so I can update. I mean, what? No, piracy is wrong.
What? I thought we did not needed to mention that at all.
Number 18 on the list, but going back to the list. Super Mario Odyssey, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I also want to go back and play this after the stream.
Star Allies still doing pretty good.
Also, guys, where's Octopath Traveler? Push Kirby off the list. It's been here so long.
I was like, did you learn anything new from my stream, Mike or Cyber? For the Odyssey stream.
Oh yes, I learned several things apparently.
Because like I said, I learned the game
I learned I know nothing about any of the secrets. I learned I didn't explore enough apparently.
Yeah, you clearly didn't.
So here's the thing: when I played, I mostly just got the bare minimum moons to go on to the next part, and then that's it. I just completed the story.
I mean, I did the same thing, but I went back and 100% it because I actually really like.
That's the thing is I can't go back and 100% it. It's not. I like playing through and like finding moons, but I don't like to go back and 100% it because then I'm just like searching, and it's too much effort. I don't like that.
Fair enough.
I mean, I still go on and play it to find moons and stuff, but I don't like actively do that.
And then the PS Vita.
PS Vita makes an appearance. Because that's still a thing till next year.
It will never die.
And then
it will never die.
It's dying next year.
No. They say
Michael doesn't want to accept the truth.
You know,
Just let it go, Michael. Let it go.
I want to get a PS Vita.
The Vita
fair.
must live.
But I mostly want to get a PS Vita for emulation.
Yeah.
Not for the actual
the Vita,
games.
No, the Vita will live until 2039, and then they will.
It will not.
No,
It will
God,
not.
no.
It will be here
No,
for
it
30 years.
Anyway, top 20 on that list. Nintendo Switch took 11 of those slots. PS4 took 7. 3DS took 1, and PS Vita took 1.
If you notice, none are the Xbox One.
They never are.
Again,
Xbox never
They
shows up
never
here.
are.
And there's a reason. If you just look at the numbers below in the hardware section.
Oh my God! Look at the Xbox One.
I don't know why this is like. Is this like shocking to you? It's the same every week. Nintendo Switch.
Why is it this bad?
Nintendo Switch.
Why?
37,733. I can't numbers today. I can't speak. PS4 15,993. 3DS 7,100. PS Vita 2,718. And Xbox One is 100, which is up from what it normally is actually.
70. It's usually 70.
It's usually around. It depends. It's around 50 to 70. Sometimes it drops as low as like 20, 15.
Two. No, the Saturn.
Oh, there was like once there was like it was 2. Yeah.
Two.
It was ooh.
2.
And that's all Japan, by the way. It's so it's funny if you just look at the life to date. So Switch has like 5 million, PS4 has 7 million. So in Japan the Switch is very quickly catching up to the PS4. It's definitely gonna beat it. 3DS had 24,000. PS Vita had 5 million. 24,000. I meant 24 million. PS Vita had 5 million, and then Xbox One has not even a million. 99,000.
It's about to hit 100,000.
Yep, not even a tenth of the way there to a million. What a sad piece of poop in Japan.
And if you look down at the scale sales, you will see
Famitsu, that's what
at
it is.
number 2, Splatoon 2.
Yeah.
Jesus.
From what I know, that tracks digital along with physical, so you'll see more of the Nintendo big hitters because people buy those digital. But it's also the one thing I like about Famitsu is Wii U shows up as 19 sold this week.
Wait, really? Where? Oh my God! There it is! There it is! Wii U's are still being bought to this day.
Oh wow! Look, it's selling less than the Xbox One. Wow.
I know. But look how much it sold. It sold a lot more.
Look how much people stopped caring about it. It only sold 19.
To life to date. Look at life to date, and you tell me how much they didn't care.
3 million. That's not that much.
3 million.
Okay. Let's also look at this. 3 million for how many years the Wii U has been out versus 5 million for the Switch only being out for like a year and a half.
Everyone, Wii U.
People don't care about the Wii U.
Buy Wii U.
Also, take into account the Wii U market for the Wii U is probably much larger than the North American and European market.
Quickly, buy Wii U's. Everyone, we need to band together and buy all of the Wii.
No. Just keep yours and enjoy yours. But no one should go out and buy a Wii U. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. All of the pretty much all of the good games that are on there.
Okay,
you can get on the Switch. You can get on the Switch portably.
And since we are at the end of GameCrash, it is now from. I'm sorry,
Michael. God damn it, Michael.
I'm saying, pretty much all the decent games on the Wii U, you can get on the Switch portably, or you can emulate elsewhere better. That's all I have to say.
Mario Maker, please, Nintendo, get that
Mario
on.
Maker, Nintendo, we need Mario Maker.
Since we are now at the end of the GameCrash stream, now it is time for my segment. Cyber,
Since
Shy,
when did you get a
and then me.
segment?
Yeah, wait a minute. I don't remember this at all.
I don't remember
No,
approving
what
this.
games are we playing? No,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
what
okay.
games are we playing?
But why is it called your segment?
I mean, he did kind of say we should start doing this. So I guess it's kind of his idea.
Yeah.
But in this show, it's all my segment. The entire
Yeah, but
thing
say,
is
like,
my
wait,
segment.
that doesn't erase the fact that it's your show.
It's all my segment. I just let you do things on here.
Yeah, exactly the point. Exactly the point. Yeah.
For me,
At the beginning of the show, when I rewatched the entire stream, like right before I go to bed, I rewatched the whole stream. I can now hear myself laugh at the beginning.
anyways, for games I'm playing, obviously Rocket League like usual, Splatoon 2, more Mario Kart 8 than I used to, which is cool. And I'm trying to think if there's anything I want to play. I haven't played Mario Tennis Aces online with chat. I need to check that out, see what that community is like.
Like, please be good.
Like, please.
Shy, your turn.
I've just been playing some more Octopath since I just finished a couple other games recently. And also, I'm playing the Messenger right now. It's honestly really damn fun. And I'm surprised that I also got the person of Ninja Gaiden at all.
That reminds me, I need to play Celeste still.
I am
Really
hoping to
I
be
just played too
one
much
of
Rocket
3
League.
games.
No other game can be played because I'm always
I
playing
am
Rocket
hoping
League.
to be. I'm hoping to beat one of 3 games by this time next week. Either Mega Man 2, A Link Between Worlds, which is going to be a hard one if I do that, or
It's not really that hard, to be honest. I did.
or I will try and beat Pokemon Yellow. So, yeah, it's probably going to be Mega Man 2. I've been putting a lot of hours to finally beat Mega Man 2 because, oh god, I want to beat that game.
Also, I want to ask you something about it. One, are you playing on the Legacy Collection?
No, this is through the emulator version.
Okay, then all the other questions are out the window.
I have been testing on the Legacy Collection, so please ask your questions.
No, I was gonna say, like, are you gonna be doing the whole saving ability thing that you can do with the Legacy Collection?
I'm if I do beat it on Legacy, I'm probably gonna do the saving feature because that helps so much.
Yeah, let's say, because I do have something planned for Mega Man, but I'm not gonna say what it is quite.
If I do beat Mega Man 2, that's probably gonna be another series on my channel of like videos that I'm gonna do.
Hear that?
I know for a fact that I have to do a
Thirsty.
Pokemon Uranium Let's Play, so that's gonna be fun.
I'm clinking the ice in my glass because I'm thirsty and I want to go get water.
Pokemon
You might as well hurry
Uranium.
yourself.
Okay.
Let's wrap this up.
All right. Thank you everyone for watching GameCrash.
Hey,
Wait a minute,
Hey,
wait a
excuse
minute.
me, I outro here. Excuse me, sir.
I was like, wait a minute, why did you
That's
get
it.
to do this?
I'm leaving, guys. Michael's apparently taking over now. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So for those interested, not sponsored, but my gosh, I have to talk about them. All of the shirts I've ever worn on this stream have been the Yeti, and this is a really nice one. So I got 2 in the mail this week.
And
One of
now
them-
the Yeti has made a ballot shirt.
One of them
Thank
will
you,
be.
everybody.
So it's this one, which I really like. It's like a cutesy like Game Boy with Game Boy character, like Nintendo characters on it. I really like it. And the other one is it will be in the video that gets posted either Saturday or sometime early next week. It's a steel eel from Splatoon 2. I like it.
And before we all get chased out of here, Yeti made another shirt. They made a ballot shirt. Think about that shirt.
Oh, guess what?
everybody.
It's like it just became unavailable. As 10 o'clock clicked over, goodbye T-shirt. You can't get the Bowsette shirt anymore. So good luck getting it.
Here's what I'm really curious about.
Actually, I am wrong. they allow you to buy it for like a couple hours after the 24 hours for it usually being up is over, but it costs a little bit extra.
I'm really curious.
So everyone,
like,
quickly, go buy the Bowsette shirt. Don't listen to Cyber. Quickly, go, Orflock.
Oh,
Go.
speaking of, hold on, let me look what their designs are right now.
unless you hate Bowsette more than Cyber does, then don't buy it at all.
Or you can hate it just the same amount as me. Ooh,
That too.
guys, it's Spoopy Fest.
And
There's a lot of designs actually this time
it's
around.
like you kind of forgot that you're the one who really can deal with voice stuff, and I
Ooh,
can.
there's a really nice Luigi's Mansion one on here. Ooh.
I love how
Ooh.
continue to stream.
Ooh, there's a
I love
really-
how we have continued to
Ooh.
stream.
Ooh, I'm just excited. Yeah, go check out the Yeti.com. They have some good designs right now. Not sponsored.
Yes, I think
Not
I designed
sponsored.
right now.
Not sponsored. I
So
just
while
really
Cyber is distracted by shirts.
not sponsored. I'm closing it off. I'm closing it off. Not sponsored, but I just really like the designs. So I've literally decked out. So it's funny. I actually have like 2 different wardrobes. I have the standard what I wear around the house and outside, and then I have like the stream setup and the YouTube recording setup, which is I don't wear this flannel very much. You know why? It's hot. I am burning up. I swear to you right now, it sucks. Also, the fan is off in my room because it creates noise and rocks the camera. And I have 2 TVs that like output heat into the room. 2 like bright lights that also get hot. I am dying. But dang it, this is the outfit I wear. It looks good. I like the way I look in it. Gotta get that like classic IT guy look. And I rock it well. Also, glasses. I don't wear very often.
I just want to say, guys, as we close out on GameCrash, it's been fun. I really like this. We have now entered the pre-team stage of our show. We are now at episode 11.
Episode 11. Oh yeah, that reminds me. So I will be trying to stream something on Saturday. I don't know what. It'll probably be Rocket League again, to be honest. It also might end up being like a Switch variety night. I also need to try to get more regular coded RNGs. I haven't done that in a while, and I also haven't played the N64 in a while, so we might do that.
Super Nintendo.
And then nah, I don't have a Super. Well, the thing I'm getting a Super Nintendo, but I'm not gonna have any games for it. I'll have the controller, I'll have the console and cables.
Quickly, everyone, send him copies of,
I would love
random games.
If people send, the problem with that is I don't have a PO box open, and I'm not giving out my street address. That is a bad idea.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's a bad idea to do online.
Hey, Cyber.
Yeah.
Cyber. If we get more popular, that's probably one of the first things we should do, is make freaking PO box.
But I have to get. You have to reach a certain popularity to have that even be worth it. But anyway, so yeah, I'll be streaming on Saturday. At least I should be. And then next week, GameCrash is being delayed to Saturday night because I cannot do it Thursday night for work schedule reasons, which is obnoxious. So Saturday night it is. Hopefully, because that night will also be the night my brother's home from work. So just like, actually, I don't know if I told you guys last was it last week? My brother was actually in the room with me.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that before.
He did a pretty good job. He managed to stay quiet. But that was on a Thursday night when his friends aren't gaming really with him. Saturday nights are a bit different, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, so I'll catch you Saturday on Twitch for gameplay. Probably on Tuesday next week for some gameplay as well, because I have Wednesday off. And then Saturday next week for GameCrash here on YouTube. Also, subscribe so you get notified when I go live and when I upload new videos, like the one hopefully being posted Saturday or Monday.
If you are Doctor Who fans, next Sunday at 1:45 p.m., the new season of Doctor Who starts. So yay for Doctor Who fans!
Or on Sunday at 10 a.m. And 1 p.m. and then 4 p.m. and then 7 p.m. you can watch Pokemon Movie. You know what's annoying though is I've been wanting to, so when they're doing the Twitch Presents and they're doing Pokemon. At first I was like watching all of the episodes, but I lagged behind because I got busy with like work. And there's also the fact that now I'm trying to do a more regular YouTube schedule. So I'll finish off stream with this before we go. So I am trying to do a more regular YouTube video upload. It's been kind of sporadic before, but my objective, especially, so I have a in front of the camera right now, you can't really see it, it's a teleprompter. So I just did the video yesterday. I recorded it with the first time using it. It actually came out really well, so it speeds up recording and editing, which is great. So the plan is release a video on Saturday, and that day get working scripting the next video. Scripting will go up till about Monday or Tuesday. Then Wednesday will be recording day when I get home from work, and then Thursday will be, this stream, and then Friday, Saturday, or Friday is editing. So hopefully I can figure out how to work that to actually work and get videos out. And also this next video is actually this next video is looking to be 13 plus minutes long. So it's one of the longer videos I've done, which in part is because I actually scripted it all out and have it all planned. So,
and you might, and I'm just gonna say, Cyber, if you ever need us, we'll be right there with you to help.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you guys have lives and school and stuff, so I don't expect you to be there all the time. But
dude,
I will probably.
Wednesday, I'm free.
I have several video ideas that will involve recording with you guys in Discord. So anyways, I think that about wraps this stream up. I'll see you all. Oh, wow, my voice just cracked. So for those who don't know, I'm just getting over a cold. So like the last week, I've had like sore throat and lost my voice a little bit. So I did just get over it, but like something like came up and like in my chest in an awkward way where it. Ugh. Anyway. I will see you guys next Saturday for GameCrash. So, bye!
Goodbye, everybody! Thank you so much for watching.
And that's it.
I was to say, but